Now we're moving on to OMAC, which was the very first one we read this week.
That's right.
So we open this up. It's the first comic of the week, and it is big action, things smashing and exploding, lots of punching by a huge beast of a thing with a mohawk. And I liked it. It looked like Kirby. They did a really good job of trying to make an old Kirby character look like it was drawn by Jack Kirby.
Now, OMAC was one of the titles that I wasn't actually excited for.
Right.
I didn't know much of the original OMAC. What I knew about OMAC was through Brother Eye and Infinite Crisis.
Right.
And I loved that concept.
Yes.
This is very different. And Dan DiDio and Giffen, I mean, they made me like OMAC. I didn't think that was possible, but they crammed so much storytelling in it.
It's true.
I was amazed at how much detail and characters and just concepts were put into one issue.
And you know it's going to be fun. I mean, you know, look at the front cover. It's this huge thing smashing, you know, OMAC. Just big letters, big. Everything about this is big. But you know it's going to be a good time when the artists and writers credits panel, everybody has nicknames. That's old school, good time comic bookery.
And some of, like, you're flipping through the pages and it looks like Kirby's art. And when you read a book that is obviously in love with Kirby's work,
yep,
and is almost like it's an homage to Kirby's work and the feel of it, but still with the humor, the added humor in it. There's a part where it's at the end, but it made me laugh out loud when the satellite
Brother Eye
tells OMAC to go call his girlfriend because she's really worried.
It's really well done. It's fun, and there's nothing wrong with fun being in a comic book.
No, so for me, OMAC was actually the surprise of the week. Wasn't expecting to like it, and really did.
Yeah, real sleeper, but OMAC is a big hit. It is time for Static Shock. A character that is coming over from the Milestone universe, a character that was in Teen Titans before the big reboot here, or relaunch, or whatever you want to call it, a character that has had his own cartoon, and it looks like continues to have his own cartoon. It was a very cartoony.
It's McDaniel's art.
Yep.
I like McDaniel's art. Again, I'm a big Batman fan. His run on Batman, I think it was Fugitive and a bit of Murderer. I like his art. I don't mind it. Again, it's another one where I'm not buying the story yet. It's almost like when you read all the books, you actually see the similarities in the characters.
Yeah.
And it's almost like I need Static to be different character-wise, not just appearance-wise.
A lot of these books this week, and it'll be interesting to see as the weeks go on, a lot of these books have a major character who is checking in with headquarters, and headquarters are either one character or a set of characters. In the case of Static Shock, it's great to see the Milestones Hardware is back, which is kind of great. Hardware was a great character, ran his own comic for a long time with Milestone.
Yeah.
But a lot of these characters check in with headquarters.
And, you know, in Static's defense, it was the last book we read this week.
Yes.
And so we had read Green Arrow, and Green Arrow, same kind of thing.
Green Arrow has that. We'll get to Green Arrow.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many people need to check in with other people.
Right.
Sometimes you can operate alone. The Justice League operates as a unit, but not everybody needs to call in on it. I'm doing this because that's what every panel looked like. Was, hello, headquarters?
Right.
It was
it's like
that.
Every character has an Oracle now, or you know, someone else. And in its, like I said, in its defense, we're a little biased. It was the last book we read.
True.
So next week we'll read it first.
We'll read it first in a month.
And I don't know. See where it is. I enjoyed it. It's not on the top of my list right now.
Not on the top of the list. For me, it's a younger book. It's very cartoony. It wouldn't be a pickup I make every week. Here we go with Animal Man, written by Toronto's own Jeff Lemire. I have to say, this is my book of the week. It is fantastic. The opening page of this book, when you open it, you went, oh boy. It is a fake article, which is hilarious because the byline is by Jeff Lemire, but it's with an interview that he does with a hilarious The Believer. Superhero actor, activist Buddy Baker does an interview, and you know what? It's great.
It's an amazing book.
It's an incredible book. It sets up Buddy's home life. It sets up how Animal Man's kind of the youth have tacked on to him being the
this symbol for
symbol for environmental causes and stuff, and he's he's become an actor. He used to be a stuntman, and now he maybe wants to go back to being a superhero. It never really appealed to him to go back to it.
And whereas all the other books are dealing with these kind of larger menaces,
or like within a city, like there's like oh, there's a gang, or oh, there's a bad guy, or there's a huge thing.
It's a personal story. It starts off very personal, and even the bad guy that Animal Man tackles, it has a personal touch to it, where he can relate to it because if anything happened to his kids, which sets up a really creepy ending and makes you want that next issue to be out right now.
I want to read the second one right now. That's a mark of a great book for me, is if I want to read the next issue immediately and I freak out because I can't for a month, I'm sold.
It's a really creepy book by the end.
Yeah.
But it's like since Lemaire does such a great job making you care about the character in the first half of the book, the second half, when the stuff starts to hit the fan and you're like, what's going on? It kind of turns his world upside down.
Yeah.
We were talking about our best books of the week, and for us, I think we share that the top two books
are Swamp Thing and Animal Man.
Swamp Thing and Animal Man.
How odd that they're both Vertigo characters coming back into the DC universe. Our next book is Green Arrow. Green Arrow is very much like the Smallville Green Arrow.
Yeah, I mean the costume is almost identical.
The look, he has the stubble of a goatee, but no Robin Hood goatee. Yeah. And you know what? It's very good.
I enjoyed it. Again, Green Arrow. I kind of liked Oliver Queen being more of a jerk, if that makes sense. Like I liked that incarnation of Oliver Queen. He kind of has a chip on his shoulder.
Yep.
I mean, he seems like a really good guy in this.
He seems to be a champion of the downtrodden, and this very much a Robin Hood.
He's very much a Robin Hood. I don't know. I guess I kind of miss.
Don't worry about making a noise. Honestly, we can always edit that out. Don't even worry about it. What I really liked, again, this is him checking in with headquarters, but he's got a really neat team at the base. It's Naomi and Jax, like a couple of people.
We were talking about this with Static. It's like Static's team
is hardware.
Green Arrow Industries, like
Q-Core, which is very much Apple because they have a Q-pad, and it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But I really like that he's like opening the book on speakerphone while he's on his own mission.
Yeah.
And it's all vigilante justice, but I gotta say the new Trick Arrows. By the way, Trick Arrows thumbs up. The new Trick Arrows, awesome. The one that he shoots into the dash of the boat, and then it flips up two little antennas. And then he can drive the boat by remote.
Yeah,
come on, that's fantastic.
And going to we were talking about the energy of the writers and the concepts.
Yeah,
you can tell that they're trying new and interesting and fun things.
Yes.
In this new the relaunch.
But on top of being new and interesting, when I was reading the book, I felt like I had said to you, I feel like. Not that I've read it before, but there's something very comfortable about this book that I enjoy, and it's because Dan Jurgens did the art.
Yeah.
And it's a very, as soon as you open the book, you're like, okay, good.
So I enjoyed it, but for me, I still like Cranky Green Arrow better.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he'll get crankier.
I hope so.
Now, moving on to Detective Comics. This is his turf.
Yes.
This is where he reigns supreme. This one features the Joker.
Yep.
Features
which is fitting for Detective Comics #1 to feature Batman's top villain.
Okay. For someone like me who barely skims Batman comics every now and then, to open up your new world and your new everything with Batman fighting the Joker for the millionth time really doesn't interest me.
Right.
However, the story is excellent.
The story is excellent, and the last page is
freakish.
It's
chilling.
Do you want to show him?
No.
No?
No, buy the book.
Okay, come to Silver Snail, buy the book, check out the last page. I wasn't expecting it, and I pretty much read every Batman comic.
For someone like me coming to it, as I said, this is the millionth time they fought. Here's
something new.
Something new at the end, which makes me go, oh, okay, we're getting a new...
And I can appreciate what Daniel's doing. He serves as writer and art on this book, having worked with Grant Morrison. Grant introduced this concept that Joker changes and has to kind of shed identities.
Okay.
So he's kind of playing on with that. My only problem with Detective was that the voice of Batman seemed a little off. His interior monologue at times actually seemed cheesy to me.
Was this the same Batman that was in Justice League last week?
No. And I think that the problem I'm having even though it's a combined effort to be synchronous across the titles,
right,
is that Batman's voice is different in Justice League. It's different in Justice League International.
Well,
it's different in Detective.
Keep in mind, Justice League was 5 years ago.
That's true.
So maybe he's grown.
But I mean, some of his interior monologue, it's a little cheesy. Like, I'm Batman, I own the night. It's not quite working, especially after we just finished Snyder's run on Detective Comics, which, even though it was Dick as Batman, was brilliant and amazing. And he hasn't picked it up yet. I'm trying to get him to pick it up. I
don't know.
But Daniel does a great job. It's a great cliffhanger ending.
Oh, boy.